So I would ask that you look at this next slide. So if you can, wherever you're sitting, have a look at this slide. It's a pyramid. Looks like this microphone.
Yep.
At the bottom, or the base, we have Kington Minerale. Or let's just talk about minerals. We won't go into the deep science right now, but if you move up in this pyramid to the point, you find that minerals affect every single function in the body. Every single one. And that's why we say that minerals are critically important for good health. All of us are alive. That means we all have some minerals. But some of us are healthier, stronger, happier even than others because of the mineral balance and content in our body. Don't dismiss for 1 second the importance of minerals. So critical, but almost no one ever talks about how important they are. So I hope that you understand or can appreciate a little bit about how important minerals are. And we are going to take the last few minutes of the time that I have, and I want to talk very specifically about Kington Minerale. Because as I said in the beginning, it's a very unique, very special product that has been used for more than 100 years. And once we explain a little bit why it's so special, I think you will talk about this to your friends, your family. You will share this information because it is incredibly important. When you consider that this product was discovered or popularized, as I said, more than 100 years ago, by the gentleman that you see on the screen. His name was René Kington. When he died, no slide for this, Anthony, sorry, make a note.
Right.
When René Kington died in Paris, more than 1 million people lined the highway for his funeral. That's how popular and how well known he was. And he discovered that this unique product that we now call Kington Minerale was so special that he helped save the lives of tens of thousands of people. That's why more than 1 million people lined the highway. So it's important to understand the knowledge, the information, the research that has gone into Kington Minerale is like no other product ever before. So where did René Kington, how did he find this unbelievable source of life? He found it in the ocean. He found it in the sea. And he found that if he took from a very special place what we call a plankton bloom with a vortex or a twirling motion, René Kington found that more than 83 different minerals and elements were available for the body to use. This is what makes Kington Minerale so special, is the minerals are bioavailable. There are more than 83 different kinds, and they are in perfect balance. This next slide, I really love this slide. So if you look closely, you can see in the center, you can see the island of Taiwan. But that's not where it is. That's just the scale or the size. And if you look to the right and above, you will see plankton blooms. So you can see that these are bigger than the entire country of Taiwan. And this is where we harvest the Kington Minerale, is in these plankton blooms, because this is where all of those 83 minerals and elements become bioavailable. And this is where all of the minerals that used to be in the soil, they wash out to the ocean, to the sea. And this is what creates the plankton bloom, and this is what creates the bioavailable minerals in Kington Minerale. Let me remind you, this is not just seawater. It's not. Because some people have this idea. This plankton bloom is what creates the bioavailability, or the form that the human body can readily use. If you go out to the field, you can pick up a handful of dirt and it has minerals. But you can't eat that dirt and use the minerals because they are not bioavailable. They are inorganic. The minerals, the elements in Kington are organic, bioavailable. Your body can use them almost instantly. So make sure you understand that this is something very special and very unique, and the harvesting process is critically important to the quality of the mineral availability. Some of you like science, I hope. We're going to show you one quick slide so that if you love science, you can do a little more research. Anthony, if you can switch the slide, please.
Right.
Okay. Scientists say that humans need at least 70 different minerals for a healthy body. And this is what we call the periodic table, or the chart of elements. I want to remind just briefly one more time. Kington Minerale has more than 83 of the essential minerals and elements that human bodies must have. So more than the 70 that science says, Kington Minerale has almost the entire periodic table because of its unique harvest location and because of all the nutrients that are now in the sea. One more quick slide for you to look at. You will see that most minerals are in what we call a large colloidal form. So if you look at the screen, you can see this one piece of mineral. Let's call it a piece. It's very, very small, but here's what's so special about Kington Minerale. The bioavailability comes about because the plankton bloom breaks one mineral into 50,000 microscopic tiny little pieces, so that your body is able to absorb instantly. And I mean instantly. When you take Kington Minerale, if you hold some underneath your tongue, it literally will go into the bloodstream under your tongue and reach through into your body. So some is absorbed under the tongue, some is absorbed when you swallow the Kington Minerale. But it's important to understand, it's the plankton bloom. It is this unique vortex of nutrients that gives the special property, the special uniqueness, and that's why Kington Minerale has been used for more than 100 years all around the world.